I mean, over the last couple of days, the IMF has said that they will stop the second package, at least pending negotiations, because there's been a 15% sort of failure, essentially, to meet the expectations for revenue, which essentially means that you have a problem with taxation. This problem seems to be very pressing. Is there a particular plan to actually accelerate this process?
It's not that they are stopping the second package, that we have come to an agreement. We are of the view that we will have the results of what we've done this year will be shown next year. In regard to the targets, it was always felt that some of the targets may not be achieved, and they were told of it. And now we are talking of how we can fill that gap. And in regard to it, there are some proposals to which we have not agreed, because we feel it might add to the burdens of the ordinary people. The IMF has asked us to come up with alternate proposals. Before I left, the alternate proposals were given to them, but they were leaving the next day.
But sorry for interrupting, but you do have an historical and serious problem with tax evasion, and this cannot be news to you since you've been in power 6 times.
I am the first one to admit that. And we say that we have to need a new revenue authority. I brought it up in 2003, and I lost the election, 2004. But it's not only a question of revenue evasion, which we have agreed. It is from where are you going to take that money in. Revenue evasion cannot be overcome in 1 year. We are already talking, and they've already given us, we've agreed with many of it. It's just where do we find the money at the present times.
It will be resolved.
It will be resolved.
How long do you think it will take?
I think by next week it will be resolved.
There is actually a very pressing question about poverty. The Save the Children International is talking about a full-blown hunger crisis in Sri Lanka.
There was a pretty bad hunger crisis last year. We've reduced it. No one is saying no. But once this package is done, we'll take the next step.
So you
look, when the economy collapses, it has to be. People didn't have fuel, people out of jobs, industries were collapsing. Now we are getting along. For instance, as far as the tourism is concerned, the whole sector is picking up.
The report from Save the Children International is less than a couple of weeks old. So I mean,
I read that report. I read the report. I am not saying no. Though we may not agree on the figures, the amount, percentages, there is hunger. I am not saying no to it. So obviously, when economy collapses, there has to be. I am trying to get out of it. And there's a new research report of proposals on childcare, which is coming. It's not merely a question of hunger, that there are a large number of children who are not receiving proper childcare. And that report is given to me next month, next week.
Education is also suffering severely.
Education broke down. Now we are trying to get back into the normal regime, whether it's 2024 or 2025. We've now met and decided on far-reaching reforms to education. There's no need to accuse us.
No, this is not an accusation. There is a difference. There is a difference in the times that a state has to solve its problems and the time that a parent has to feed a child.
So can you fulfill it within 1 year? When our economy collapsed, only this year it started moving, not even 1 year. And hunger is down, poverty is down, more people are getting jobs. It's a transition period. We are not saying there's no hunger. We say there's hunger. That's why I took over. Finish the hunger.